Hello friends, welcome to Study Make Education channel, and today we are going to discuss about MCQ for mechanical engineering with solution part 9. So let's start. In this video I will cover some important easy and moderate question. So let's start. Our first question is, a gas has option A 2 specific heat, option C 4 specific heat, option B 3 specific heat, and option D 1 specific heat. Well, everybody knows a gas has 2 specific heat, so option A is right answer, and R is known as the difference of specific heat Cp minus Cv, while gamma is known as the ratio of specific heat Cp by Cv, and the value 1 point R stand for air and value 1.6 is for monoatomic gas. For monoatomic gas, always remember these values. Now let's move to the next important question. In an isolated system, what transfer? Option A energy, option C neither mass nor energy, option B both mass and energy, and option D mass. First of all, our right answer over here, in an isolated system, what transfer? So neither mass nor energy can transfer from system in isolated system. So always remember, for this isolated system neither mass nor energy can transfer. Now in open system, we can say in open system mass and energy both can transfer. So remember this value, remember this detail. In open system mass and energy both can transfer, while in closed system only energy can transfer, but mass cannot transfer in closed system. So remember this detail. In closed system mass cannot transfer but energy can transfer. In open system mass and energy both will transfer, and in isolated system neither mass nor energy cannot pass through system. Now another term, let's discuss another term with that we have to remember for exam point of view, which is isotropic. Isotropic means the property of a material like elastic. The elastic property of material remains same in all direction. Elastic property remain same in all direction. This type of material known as isotropic material. So remember this detail for isotropic, isolated, then open and closed system. Now let's move to the next question. 100% efficiency of thermal cycle cannot be achieved because of option A, it is not possible to achieve 0 degree Kelvin temperature, option B leakage, option C non availability of ideal substance, option D friction losses. So first of all, our right answer over here is B, leakage. Due to this leakage we cannot achieve 100% efficiency of thermal cycle power plant. So over here we have to remember one other thing. Thermal cycle power plant works on Rankine cycle, and Rankine cycle consists of 5 processes. We must remember these 5 processes. First one is constant pressure, remaining 2 are 2 isothermal process, and remaining 2 are isentropic process. So remember, the Rankine cycle consists of 5 processes. One is constant pressure, another is 2 isothermal process, and remaining 2 are isentropic process. So remember this detail for exam point of view, very important. Now let's move to the next important question. The pipe joint mostly used for pipe carrying water at low pressure is option A union joint, option C spigot and socket joint, option B socket joint, and option D nipple joint. So our right answer over here is for low pressure. Remember, for low pressure we have to use socket joint. Now let's discuss about socket joint. Let me zoom over here in this figure. We have tube thickness for socket. At right side we have socket thickness tube, and left side, and we can see tube outside diameter. Let me clear all this first of all. Well, now we have socket depth, socket thickness, overlap length, and tube thickness, tube outside diameter. So we can see in socket we have a tube. So this is the example of socket joint for low pressure, always remember. And for the case of high pressure we must use flexible joint for high pressure liquid or gas. Now let's discuss about spigot and socket joint. As we can see in this figure, there is a O-ring, so it is easy to remember for spigot and socket joint. Now in above figure, this is the example of union joint, always remember. And as we can see over here, union joint, and at the right one the figure is for nipple joint. So don't confuse for union joint and nipple joint, both have a difference. Okay, now let's move to the next details. Well, our next question is, a perfect black body is one in which option A reflect all heat, option B transmit all heat radiation, option C absorb heat radiation of all wavelength falling on it, and option D is black in color. So first of all, our right answer is option C, absorb heat radiation of all wavelength falling on it is known as perfectly black body. Now let's discuss some important terms like reflection, absorption, transmission. As we know, absorptivity, reflectivity and transmissivity is equal to 1. We can also represent this parameter like ABC plus 1. Now let's discuss about this diagram. The shaded portion is some type of material. Whatever the light incident on this material, from this light remain some portion will transmit from this material, remain some portion will reflect from this surface of the object, and remaining portion of light energy will absorb this material or this object will absorb some portion of the light energy, which is absorption. Now let's discuss some important terms for black body, white body, transparent body and opaque body. For black body is a body in which it will absorb all radiation. For white body it will reflect all radiation. For transparent body it will transmit all radiation. For opaque body does not transmit the radiation, always remember. Now one more thing that we missed here, that is grey body. Very important for exam point of view. Grey body means a body in which, always remember what is the grey body. Grey body means a body with low emissivity which independent of frequency is referred to as a grey body. For grey body, I repeat the definition, a body with low emissivity which independent of frequency is referred as grey body. So don't confuse for grey body and black body. Now remaining information that we miss over here, let me clear all this. Black body in which absorb all radiation, so our alpha is equal to 1 and rho is equal to 0 and tau is equal to 0. Now white body, for white body reflects all radiation, so our rho is equal to 1 and alpha is equal to 0 and transmissivity is also 0 in white body. Now for transparent body, transmit all radiation, so transmissivity is equal to 1 and alpha and rho both are 0. So always remember, for a black body, white body, transparent body, grey body, don't confuse between these bodies. Now let's move to the next question. Our next question is very important question. Now let's focus. Which one of the following is a single point cutting tool? Well, option A milling cutter, option B grinding wheel, option C parting tool and option D hacksaw blade. Hacksaw blade is made from high carbon steel. Always remember, hacksaw blade is not the right answer because there are so many cutting edge in hacksaw blade. Same case for milling cutter. So milling cutter is also not right answer. Our question is, which one of the following is a single point cutting tool? Grinding wheel is also not the right answer. Parting tool, yes, parting tool is our right answer. Now in this question we must discuss some important terms for grinding wheel, which are very important for exam point of view. Sometimes exam will sometimes question will come into the exam, like specify the grid size of this grinding nomenclature, like A70 K7V. So over here A represent abrasive, 70 represent grid size, K represent grade, and S represent structure, V represent bond. So to remember this sequence, we have one trick. We only remember AGGSB. You can also develop your own trick. A stand for abrasive material, G stand for grid size, next small g stand for grade, S stand for structure, and B stand for bond type. Bond type like vitrified, resinized rubber, shellac, silicate, oxychloride, whatever we have discussed here, it is given in this description. So if you want to get some brief idea, then you can pause this video and read all this content. Now let's move to the next question. Our next question is very easy question. Barometer is used to measure option A atmospheric pressure, option B very low pressure, option C difference of pressure between 2 points, and option D pressure in a pipe and channel, etc. So first of all, our right answer over here is A atmospheric pressure. Now let's discuss about another option for very low pressure. For very low pressure we have to use McLeod gauge. So this is also very important MCQ. McLeod gauge or gauge, whatever you can pronounce, very low pressure can be measured. For option C difference of pressure between 2 points. So if we want to measure difference of pressure in between two pipes or at 2 points, we require to use a differential manometer, always remember. And if we want to measure pressure in a pipe at a point, so we can use a simple YouTube manometer. So remember this difference for a single point simple manometer, and for to measure the pressure between 2 points and different pipes we can use differential manometer. So remember this thing, McLeod gauge, barometer. So don't confuse with these details. Now let's move to the next question that we miss over here. Basic tool in work study is option A process chart, option B planning chart, option C stopwatch, and option D graph paper. Our right answer over here is stopwatch, because process chart, planning chart, and graph paper, this process is done after work study. So during work study the basic tool that we have to use is stopwatch. Now let's move to the next question. Very important. Feed drive in CNC milling machine are provided by option A stepper motor, option C servo motor, option B induction motor, and option D synchronous motor. Now our right answer over here is servo motor. First of all, let's discuss the all importance about motor. Stepper motor. Stepper motor is also known as stepping motor, and stepping motor is brushless DC motor. Remember this, very important for exam point of view. Now in stepper motor we can achieve very precise position and speed control. Always remember these details. Now for induction motor is an AC electric motor. Now for a servo motor is a rotary actuator or linear actuator that allow precise control of angular, linear, and velocity and acceleration in our CNC machine. So for our question, let's focus on the question. Feed drive in CNC milling machine are provided by servo motor. Okay, now let's discuss about synchronous motor. Synchronous motor rotates in exact synchronism with line frequency of the supply current. Remember this sentence, very important for exam point of view. Now let's move to the next question. Well, the buoyancy depends on option A viscosity of the liquid, option C depth of immersion, option B pressure of the liquid displaced, and option D mass of the liquid displaced. Option B is not the right answer, because pressure of the liquid displaced is not a suitable answer. Now C depth of the immersion is also not the right answer. Viscosity and buoyancy both are different terms, so viscosity is also not the right answer. But option D mass of the liquid displaced, that is our right answer. So always remember, what is buoyancy? Buoyancy means the upward lift force The upward lift force which is developed by liquid on object is known as buoyancy. Always remember. Now let's focus on the next question. What should be the shape of the ideal thermometer bulb? I repeat, what should be the shape of ideal thermometer bulb? So our option are elliptical, option B spherical. Elliptical and spherical are not the right answer. Circular is also not right answer. Cylindrical, yes, cylindrical is our right answer. Now from bulb there is a wet bulb temperature and dry bulb temperature. So as from the definition, wet bulb temperature means the bulb of the thermometer covered by wet cotton, and whatever the temperature measured by this wet cotton thermometer bulb is known as wet bulb temperature, and in normal condition whatever the temperature measured by thermometer bulb is known as dry bulb temperature. So don't confuse between wet bulb temperature and dry bulb temperature. Now let's move to the next detail. Very important. Viscosity of water in comparison to mercury. Option A higher, option B same, option C unpredictable, and option D lower. So first of all, viscosity of water comparison to mercury is very high. But if we discuss about density, then viscosity and then density of water, as we know, 1 gram per centimeter cube, and density of mercury, that is 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. So for the case of density, the density of mercury is more than density of water, remember. But in case of viscosity, the viscosity of water is more than viscosity of mercury, always remember. Now what is the reason behind this game? So let's discuss. Here we have to discuss one important thing, that water weight the glass, but mercury does not weight the glass. Let's discuss why this happen. Because the cohesive force, the cohesive effect in water is less than adhesive force, as we know. Adhesive means the attraction between surface and object, intermolecular, and the cohesive effect means the attraction of one object itself, molecules. So don't confuse between cohesive effect and adhesive effect. Now in case of mercury, the cohesive effect is more than adhesive effect. Cohesive is more than adhesive. So mercury does not weight the glass, but water weight the glass. So don't confuse between cohesive and adhesive. Now let's discuss next question. Shrink rule is used for providing. This is the question from casting. Option A contraction allowance, option C distortion allowance, option B draft allowance, and option D machining allowance. Well, draft allowance is given to remove pattern from molding without damaging the edge and corner. So over here draft allowance is not our suitable answer. And as we focus on the question, shrink means contraction. So shrink rule is used for providing option A contraction allowance, which is our right answer. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Our next question is the air standard cycle on which petrol engine works. Option A Carnot cycle, option B Joule cycle, option C dual cycle, and option D Otto cycle. First of all, for petrol engine our right answer is Otto cycle. Now let's focus on the next question. Adiabatic compression is one in which option A temperature rise follows a linear relationship, option B no heat leaves or enter the compressor cylinder during the compression process, option C compression at 0 degrees Celsius and standard atmospheric condition, option D temperature during compression remains constant. First of all, our right answer over here is B no heat leaves or enter the compressor cylinder during compression process. Why? Because adiabatic compression means heat transfer is 0. Always remember. Now let's move to the next question. Our next question is In open circuit voltage for arc welding is of the order of option A 40 to 95 volts, option B 100 to 125 volts, option C 130 to 170 volts, and option D 80 to 14 volts. Well, option B and D are not the right answer because in welding current is high and voltage is low to develop heat. So always remember. Now we have confusion for option A and option D. Let me clear one thing. Option D, that means 80 to 40 volt, is set after welding start. After weld start, but before welding start we have to adjust the voltage. Before weld start we have to set the voltage up to 40 to 95. Now let's read this question very carefully. Open circuit voltage for arc welding is of the order of, our right answer is A 40 to 95 volts. Now let's focus on the next question, and this question is very famous for paper setter. A feeler gauge is used to check option A screw pitch, option B surface roughness, option C thickness of the clearance, and option D radius. Our right answer over here is thickness of clearance. Well, now let's move to the next question. Thermodynamic efficiency of steam turbine as compared to steam engine is, our option are equal, option C none of the three mentioned here, option B less, and option D more. So first of all, as we know, the thermodynamic efficiency of steam turbine is more than steam engine, always remember. Now for next question, mild steel belongs to the following category: option A medium carbon steel, option C special steel, option B high carbon steel, and option D low carbon steel. As we know, mild steel belongs to low carbon steel, so D is our right answer over here. Now let's move to the next question. Well, our question is the basic purpose of flywheel on rotating machinery is to, option A store and release energy as required, option C balance the rotating parts, option B control the rotational speed, and option D allow the rapid acceleration. First of all, let's discuss about option B. To control rotational speed we must use governor, so B is not the right answer. But for flywheel, as we know, the store and release energy as required for rotating machinery, so A is our right answer. Now let's discuss a new question. Basic solution is one which has pH value. Now over here there is a spelling mistake. It is not basic, it is, the spelling is BASES, base and acid. Now as we know, this value is depend upon pH value, that if pH is greater than 7 then our solution is base, and if pH value is less than 7 then our solution is acid. So if less than acid, and if it is greater than base, always remember. Now let's focus on the question again, whatever the details given over here. Base solution is one in which pH value, option A equal to 7, option B less than 7, option C pH value nothing to do with a basic solution, so A, B and C are not the right answer. Option D greater than 7, yes, this is the last option, D is the right answer. Now let's move to the next detail. Inventory management consists of, option A state of merchandise method of storing and maintenance etc., option B stock control system, option C all of the three mentioned here, and option D effective running stores. Well, as you know, inventory management has to deal with merchandise method, stock control, effective running stores, so option C is our right answer, which is all of the three mentioned here. Now let's move to the next detail. This question is also very famous, very famous for paper setter. When trying to turn a key into lock, following is applied: option A non-coplanar forces, option C couple, option B lever, and option D coplanar forces. First of all, our right answer is couple. Now for non-coplanar force means For non-coplanar force means a force which are not in a which act not in a single plane or not in a common plane is known as non-coplanar force. But for coplanar force means forces which act in a single plane or a same plane. So this type of force are known as coplanar forces. Now lever for lever we have to remember lever has to deal with bending moment. Always remember, very important MCQ. Now let's move to the next question. Well, this is the end of the video. Now we will continue to upload next video, so to be continued. If you like the content in this video, then press the like button and also give the comments, because your feedbacks are very important for us. Share this video with your friends like mechanical, automobile, mechatronics, etc. And don't forget to subscribe this channel to join with us for next videos. Please subscribe this channel. We are also available on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Google+. If you have any query and any suggestion, then feel free to contact us on studymakeeducation@gmail.com. Thank you and have a good time.